This is one of the 10 math commandments. Thou shalt remember thy test day and prepare for it holy. Subscribe to Mr. Ng. I love math.
Multiple choice. Factor completely. Okay. When it tells you to factor completely, the first thing you should always think about is your greatest common factor. Is there a greatest common factor there? The answer is no. There's no numbers in the coefficients that they have in common. The second thing you want to know is if you're going to use the Xbox method, right? The Xbox method works for either 2 or 3 terms. Well, what's half of 3? 1.5. So you don't have something like y to the 1.5 power, so I cannot use the Xbox method to factor. I don't have 4 terms, so you're not factoring by grouping. The last one you have is something to the power 3. What 3-dimensional shape has the power 3? It is a cube. So here we have the difference of cubes. How do you know it's the difference of cubes problem? Well, if you put these parentheses, let's see if I can put a nice bold color. If you can put a number in these parentheses to the power 3, that would be y to the third power. So basically taking the cube root of y to the third. And the cube root, or 3 identical numbers that multiply to be 64, is 4. Now, pay attention here. Your b value is not negative 4. It's a positive 4. You're going to write out your formula for the difference of cubes. AB, a squared, AB, b squared. And then every day you wash with soap. Same, opposite, always positive. You should always be an always positive person, like Julio. And then you're going to substitute in your values. So your a value is going to be y, and your b value is going to be 4. So there's my a value. There's my b value. Now my a value I'm putting in parentheses or brackets. A value is y, b value is 4, and then you're doing a substitution, so again, put that in parentheses so you have 4 squared. So if you clean it up, same, same, same. Y squared is y squared. This becomes 4y, and 4 squared becomes 16. And then this matches choice. A is your answer. Again, if you're doing your quiz corrections, I'd recommend writing a sentence while you did the problem. Maybe it's like, I didn't know the formula. I totally forgot B should have been positive 4, not negative 4.
Question number 2 says factor completely. You have a trinomial, 1, 2, 3 terms, so you can use your Xbox method. Your a value is equal to 1, so you only have to use the x. Remember, half of 4 is 2, so you can use the Xbox method. My a value is 1, b is 1, c is negative 20. A times c is negative 20. My b value is 1. Remember, list out all the combinations. So 5 times 4 will give me 20, but add them together equals 1. One of these has to be negative, so positive 5, negative 4. This will equal 1. But if I multiply that, it equals negative 20. So this is my answer. Negative 4, positive 5. And then this one you can add a 0x, and then do it again. And then it'll be 2 and negative 2. So this would be your answer. This one is partially correct, but you can keep factoring because it says factor completely.
I love math. You don't love math? What's wrong with you? I love math.
Alright, so I have 4x squared minus 4x minus 3. And today I want to teach you guys a concept called chunking. Sounds like trick-or-treating. Chunking. What is chunking? Chunking is a substitution. Or another way of saying it is chunking is the greatest common factor of the first 2 terms. Chunking, you'll see, is a substitution. And it's really a greatest common factor of the first 2 terms. So I'm going to divide my work here to give us some space. And I'm going to show you guys how to do this problem really in 2 ways. So the first one is chunking. if you look at the problem there, you'll realize there is no greatest common factor. Because I have an even, and an odd. But if I apply chunking, put your finger on the first two terms. Partner A, tell partner B, what is your GCF of the first two terms? Ready, set, go. Okay, so you guys recognize they both have a what? A 4x. Now be careful now. If I look at these two, I recognize that yes, 4x is probably the greatest common factor. But what I need to do is I need to think of a shape. My favorite shape is a square. And what I want to do is I basically want to put something in here to get 4x squared. What do you think I can put in there? 2x. So there is my substitution. So we're going to put in 2x. Look here, watch. So 2x, that means 2x times 2x is 4x squared. And then if I do a minus 2, and I chose minus 2 because now I can do negative 2 times 2x equals negative 4x, and then I have the minus 3. So I'm saying that this expression is equal to this expression. And here comes my substitution. Instead of writing 2x, what are we going to write? We got a box squared minus 2 times a box minus 3. And you might be asking why we went from now letters to shapes. Essentially what we're doing here is we are making the quadratic problem, we're getting rid of the a value. Do you see that? And why I did that now is so that I can actually just do my x method. Let's review the x method. Now I'm doing it from right here. A times c, what's my a value, class? 1. And your c value? Negative 3. So a times c is negative 3. What letter goes down here? The b value. What's your b value? Negative 2. Partner A, whisper to partner B, what are the two numbers that go there? What are your two numbers that go there? Juan, what are your two numbers? Negative 3 and 1. So I have a box. We have negative 3. 1 here is positive. And then I'm going to do my substitution one more time. And so basically what we have now is 2x minus 3 and 2x plus 1. Now you might look at a problem like this and you eventually might say, Mr. Ng, I don't know when to use chunking method. Well, here's the wonderful thing. You don't have to chunk. You can do something we've done before called Xbox. So, now I'm going to give you and your partner 4 minutes to fill out both the X and the box. And when you fill out the box, I want the inside and the outside of the box. And then you're going to put your answer in there. Okay? So go ahead and take 4 minutes to do that. Same problem. Clarify any questions you guys have and do the same problem. Ready, set, go. Alright, Leslie P. If I looked at this, what is your A value? B value? Positive or negative? And C value. What two letters go on the top there, Leslie P?
4 and
So A times C, and what is 4 times negative 3? I'm sorry? So you're doing A times C, which is negative 12. And let's see your B value, negative 4. Partner A, tell partner B the two numbers you put in there. Hania, what is your two numbers? Where are you sitting? There you are. Negative 6 and 2. Class, show me your thumbs, yes or no. Can I put in negative 6 and 2 here? Okay, the answer is no. Remember, A value is greater than 1. So you have to use both the X and the box. The shortcut is when this number is equal to 1, then you just do the X. If you are confused, just keep doing X box. If this is 1, do X box. If this is 10, do X box. Okay? So you cannot go from here to there because in this problem, A is greater than 1. Let's pretend you've never seen this before, so let's review it again. Nathan, what always goes into the top left of the box? Yeah. So in this case, so that'll be the 4x squared. So let's write that. Nathan, what always goes in pink here? Correct. These two values. Remember, these two values are splitting the middle term, so we have to add an x. Do you see that? So essentially, this is negative 6x, this is a 2x, so this is negative 6x, and this is 2x. And Nathan, what always goes in the bottom right? Good job. Sade, help us figure out what goes on the outside of the box. You said 2x squared? On the top, 2x? And over here? Okay, so you're thinking if you put, what did you want to write there? Sorry. 2. Okay, so if you put 2x squared here, right? That means 2x squared times something only equals negative 6x. Do you see that? So that means that you can't have a squared here. This one has to be an x. Does that make sense? Sade, can you continue? Positive or negative? And over here. Something times 2x equals 2x. Yeah, 1. So I'm going to have 2x minus 3, 2x plus 1. Raise your hand if you got that. Good. And what did you guys recognize if you, no chunk, but x box? Your answer is the same. What does that mean? Do you have to use the chunking method? No, only if it makes more sense to you. Factor completely. Well, if you count the number of terms, 1, 2, 3, 4, you're going to try to factor by grouping. Now, this one looks kind of funny that they don't have it in descending order, right? Normally this would be over here. But the reason why they did that is to kind of show off to you that they do have a greatest common factor. So, one way of doing the problem is 2 GCFs, which is x squared minus 4, or if you did it, putting it into a z in your box, greatest common factor, x squared, x, negative 4, and negative 5. So you have x squared minus 4 and x minus 5. If you got this, I gave you 3 points because you can factor this one again. X squared minus 4 is x squared plus 0x minus 4. And then you'll get x plus 2, x minus 2. So you would need this one for full credit.